Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Alex Kramer. It's now time to get you caught up with some rapid reactions. Well, Mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, has once again made negative waves with reactions to her latest comments regarding the Supreme Court leak and the potential overturn of Roe v. Wade. Now, she tweeted out last night, "To my friends in the LGBTQ plus community, the Supreme Court is coming for us next. This moment has to be a call to arms." Now, she then followed up by saying they will not surrender without a fight. Now, of course, these comments have garnered a lot of criticism from the right. Users were quick to point out the significance of the phrase call to arms on social media, like this one that said, "A call to arms? Twitter, please remove Lori Lightfoot immediately for inciting violence." And this one who pointed out the double standards, that there would be a meltdown if a Republican tweeted. Now, this followed the news that Lightfoot pledged $500,000 for abortion access for residents, as well as neighboring states, calling Chicago an oasis for abortion. Take a listen.
Chicago is going to be an oasis in the Midwest, and we've got to be ready. So this is a start and not an ending, but it is absolutely a time for us to rally together and make sure that we're united and not turning back the clock on women's lives.
All righty, Allison?
Yeah, Alex, thank you very much. By the way, this isn't some obscure politician. This is the mayor of the third biggest city in the country, really the mayor of one of the biggest cities on the planet.
Yeah, and you always have to be careful about what you put on social media, because people could, especially when you're a politician or somebody of influence, people really could take what you say very seriously. You don't know what people can do.
Exactly, and that's why Elon Musk is buying Twitter. It's for reasons like that, because there is such a double standard when it comes to politicians on the left and the right, particularly on Twitter. All right, moving on now. All eyes were on Moscow yesterday as Russia marked their annual Victory Day celebrations, honoring the defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945. And despite a lot of concern leading up to May 9th and what Russian President Vladimir Putin might say, he made no major policy announcements yesterday.
Yeah, I think everybody was waiting and watching what he would do or say. But joining us now to discuss is the Vice Chair of the Center for American Security for America First Policy Institute, former Chief of Staff with the National Security Council, Fred Fleitz. Fred, welcome back to the show.
Good to be here.
Of course. So, Fred, there was a lot of buildup over Putin's speech. What was your reaction to it?
Well, it surprised experts. Now, Putin said the outrageous things you'd expect. He said, the Russians are fighting Nazis. NATO is responsible for this. But he didn't order a massive mobilization of the army or of industry. He didn't threaten to use nuclear weapons or to attack Europe. And I've been talking to people about this, including my colleague, General Keith Kellogg at the American First Policy Institute. We're thinking that Putin's trying to find a way out. We're not sure how he's going to do that, but by not ordering mobilization and really mobilization of troops, there's no way Russia can win the conflict in Ukraine.
Yeah, Fred, I thought he was going to go scorched earth, quite frankly. He didn't claim victories in Kherson or Mariupol. There was no talk of an escalation in Ukraine, to your point. Something else that I noticed, and there's been a lot made about Vladimir Putin's health recently. Take a look at this picture. This is Putin yesterday on the dais, and he's got a wool blanket over his knees. Now, if Putin weren't such a macho guy, or if he didn't put out that image for the last 20 years, I wouldn't make a big deal of this. Temperatures in Moscow yesterday, 48 degrees. What I want to point out are the people to his immediate left and right. Those are World War II veterans, and they are not wearing blankets. They're literally in their late 80s or 90s or beyond. They fought in the Second World War, and none of them have blankets. What do you make about the rumors about Vladimir Putin's health?
First, I had not seen that. I give credit to Newsmax researchers for picking that up. There have been reports recently that Putin has had health problems, that he may have been admitted to the hospital for surgery, may even have turned over control for a few hours to a deputy. There may be something to that. Talking about the Russian leadership is something that people have done for decades, but I think there could be something here.
Yeah, Fred, I guess they were all given blankets. They were all passed out. Some of them were sitting on them. Others chose not to use them. We obviously see Putin there.
Yeah, he's the only one using it in that picture. They might all have them, but these World War II vets are sitting on them as cushions, not for warmth, right?
Yeah. Fred, what do you think is next for him? Because obviously, there are concerns. People have said for his health. He's said to be undergoing surgery. What do you think his next play is?
Well, I mean, Putin could try to mobilize and to escalate, but to do that would mean to call up troops that would take many months to train. And such a mobilization would really create a great deal of havoc on an economy that is really under siege already because of sanctions. That's why I think Putin realizes he can't escalate. And assuming that he decides to walk away and declare victory and, based on the territory he's already seized, Russia will have to occupy these lands with an active Ukrainian resistance. So this is a quagmire with no real easy answer. I wonder if he's just decided escalating is the wrong way to go, but I don't know how he gets out of this.
Yeah, I like your idea that maybe he's looking for an off-ramp. Take a listen to what the U.S. ambassador to the UN had to say about his speech yesterday.
Putin has recognized he has no victory to celebrate. His efforts in Ukraine have not succeeded. He was not able to go into Ukraine and bring them to their knees in a few days and have them surrender.
Fred, just about 20 seconds. Do you agree there? Do you think that he is, in fact, looking for a way out of this war now?
I think he is, but I don't think he's going to find it. I hate to talk about regime change, but I think really the only solution here is for a new Russian leader to pull out. That way, someone could pull out without losing face. But right now, I think we may have a conflict that keeps simmering on because Putin will not lose face to back out of Ukraine.
All right. Fred Fleitz, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate the time and the expertise. Good to see you again. Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.